What's up, guys? Jada here with another look at some of the figures we got in this week. Today we're looking at the Jada Mega Man Wave, I believe 4, Series 4 figures of the bosses of Bubble Man and Woodman. Yeah, this is a little crazy because, to be honest, they didn't finish the first game of characters. I think they needed Gutsman and Bomb Man, from my understanding. So those figures are actually coming out next. So I'm not sure exactly when. So they went ahead and did these two, which was kind of weird or kind of strange for me because I was like, huh? Because, you know, I felt like they probably would finish the other characters first, just like they do Street Fighter 2. They would do this, so I don't know. But at least we're getting them, so that's no worries on that. We know that they're coming, so that's no big deal. There is also another figure in this line. There's another version of Mega Man without his mask. I didn't pick that one up. Just because I just think I already have the other two Mega Mans. I might pick them up later. But the crazy thing is that I've kind of waited on these, and I'm glad I did because Amazon actually had these on sale for $20 each, and they're normally coming up for $34. So I'm glad I waited, and actually that's what I'm doing now. I'm just waiting. I'm not buying the figures right away like I used to, just because, I mean, I want to save money, right? Anyway, so we got these oversized characters. These are bigger than the other ones. As you can see, the box is bigger. You got Bubble Man here. You got all his big thing. His weapon. He's a big guy. And then of course you got Woodman too. He's also a pretty bulky guy. As you can see here is the portraits of both of them on the back. If I can, oops. There we go. So they don't fit in my box, but yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. Like I said, I distinctively remember Mega Man 2 more than Mega Man 1 because I remember my best friend Victor, shout out to him. He had Mega Man 1, and one time I went over, because we'd always hang out, and I went over to his house and he was playing it, and I was like, what game is this? And he's on Mega Man, and he loved it. But I think for me, it was Mega Man 2 that kind of got me more into the series. So yeah, I do distinctively remember these two guys. It's been a while since I played Mega Man 2. I actually finished Mega Man 1 for the first time ever a few years back. So I gotta jump back into Mega Man 2. But anyway, so let's get these guys out of the packaging to get a closer look at Bubble Man and Woodman from the Mega Man series from Jada. All right, first up we have Bubble Man, looking huge. Like, I'm trying to think back in the game, and they weren't that bigger than Mega Man, so these guys are pretty big considering, which is not a bad thing. That's really cool. I think they're really nice. I really like them. But it's kind of weird because it's like, well, wait a minute, like how did, I don't know. Anyway, why am I love big figures, so I shouldn't be complaining too much. But as you can see, this guy looks super cool with the greens and that very light blue, almost grayish tone on his suit. The goggles on his eyes with those crazy looking eyes. Then he has, I guess, the tank on the back, and then I guess this is a hose, I guess, but the hose come through here. So I don't really know the mechanics of his suit. I mean, who would know that, right? Of course, because, it was just a game back then. So, but I really love the colors. I'm really digging the colors. You got the red here in the middle, and then you got kind of a red in here. Then he's got his little fins. This guy's really, really cool. I really like the way they did this. Jada did a really good job with this character, this figure. So he does, he does have a swivel up here on his belly. Other than that, you can only move the hands up. Head does rotate back and forth. No down, no up. You can only move side to side. The tank is in there. You cannot remove the tank, which it's really cool in that blue color. The legs, only single articulation, but that's okay. Can you do the splits? Yeah, well, yeah, he can do the splits. Get it, Bubble Man. So yeah, it's really, really cool. He comes with his cool fist that he has in his hand, and then his blaster. So this one is a really cool one. I really dig this one. Now he comes with some different hands. So basically how it works is, you know, he has his two, you know, open hands. And then on for his left hand, he has, of course, the fist and, of course, this hand. But there's kind of like a way you can remove this. Let's see if I can do it. Or wait, how? Yeah, you can remove. So just remove this part. And here's an additional part, and you can put that in. So if you want to, oh, Jesus. Gotta be careful getting those into the holes. So if you want to, like, pose him with the blaster on the other hand, you can, or you can basically just put his, you know, have like this, you know, if you want. For me, I'd rather just keep the blaster on him because that's how I'm gonna pose them. All these extra hands just really don't really matter to me. So what I would do is just kind of twist it in there real slow to get in there so you won't break it. Because these are very, very, very easy to break. Next up, he does come with another head sculpt, which I really like. He's giving you the side eye there. That's really cool. I really like that one. That's cool. Let's put that on him. So, like I said, Jada is a lot of fun. You know, of course, everybody knows with their Street Fighter characters, but their Mega Man characters are also really fun. Look at that. That's cute. I like that. That's awesome. Then he has his bubble effect. So, of course, you know, his thing is he shoots bubbles at you. So, you know, you can pose it with that, just like that, shooting out the bubble. Only thing is, it is top heavy. So I guess you have to put the bubbles like that. There's a hole in there, so you just stick it in the hole. Hit. But it is top heavy, so it doesn't really stand. Let's see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So their stands are not that strong. There you go. I guess like that, I guess. But it would make sense if it would go like this. But maybe those screws are just a little too hard, or they're too loose on him. There you go. Something like that. So pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get Woodman out. So let me just clear this up real quick instead of editing another video. We'll just get him out here. The funny thing about Woodman is I compared him to Honda because he's a big boy. He's bigger than Bubble Man. So this guy, I do remember him. I remember his stage was so damn hard. I just, you know, I think I got through with no problem, but still there was something that always got in my way. And he was an easy character to beat, I believe, but, you know, I don't remember him being this big. So let me get Mega Man real quick. And actually I got someone else to compare the size with him because I was looking at him, I was like, dang, he's so big. So if you put Mega Man, look at, I mean, seriously, like that, like he's huge. And here's another comparison that I thought was kind of funny. But he's almost as big as Honda. If you really look at his girth, it's kind of crazy, right? So Honda's my new favorite character so far this. Well, yeah, I love Honda. But anyway, yeah, so this guy is huge, and the real cool thing about it, I like this. I do like Bubble Man a lot, and I like both of them a lot, but this one is probably my favorite because I like all the accents of the wood that you see on his armor, on his suit. And then he has a vent there, I believe. And so his helmet is a wood. So that's really cool. It's really clever. Of course, that's what the game made him as. I really like the bosses, and I think that was one fun thing about Mega Man that I really liked was facing all those different bosses. Of course, like I said earlier in the video, these two are for Mega Man 2. So we'll get Gutsman and Bomb Man the next wave. Well, not this wave that's coming up. The next wave that's coming that actually went up for pre-order is Snake Man, and then Gemini Mega Man, and then there's what's his name? I forgot his name. The red guy, the one that helps Mega Man. All right, so as you can see, he does come with his fists, pretty strong fist, but he does come with some other accessories. I mean, he looks really cool. I really like him. Can he do the splits like Bubble Man? Da 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 da. He's at the club. If he's not working for Dr. Riley, he's making some coins somewhere. Just kidding. Just kidding. Am I kidding? Yeah. All right, so he does come with a few little things. He comes with 2 other hands, which are, you know, kind of like a Honda hands, you know, the slapping hands. And this is when he throws his projectile at you. So it comes with 2 of those. And the projectile is the leaves. So it comes in this little tornado type thing with the leaves on it, and it comes at you. There's a hole in it, and it connects to the stand, which we'll look in just a second. But that's really clever how they did this. You know, coming with you with leaves. I mean, that's. But I remember though, like it was just a circle, not the whole thing. So I mean, I gotta play it again to remember. It's been a while. I remember beating finally Mega Man 1 for the first time a couple of years ago, and I was so excited. But let's see how I can put them on the stand. It comes with this little stand. I'm glad these do come with them, and you have to buy your own separate stands, which is really neat. Okay, I thought I saw it. Here it is. You just gotta stick it in there. So, I mean, I would think that it would go like that, but I don't think it's kind of, again, just like the bubble, it's top heavy. So maybe turn it this way. No. There we go. So it's something like that in effect, and you would use these hands to project it to come out. And my display of the Mega Man figures, I have a little spot for them. I don't have all that stuff up right now, so I might not use that for now, but it's really cool. And then he also comes with, just like Bubble Man, he comes with another head. And I like the head. Like, let's look at the head real quick. I didn't really talk about it too much, but I love these expressions of these robots and Mega Man and all that. It's really very cartoony, very video game-esque. So that's really cool. Yeah, and of course he has the gray suit and all that. But this guy looks really cool. But here's his other head. He's yelling when he's shooting you at the projectiles, which is really cool. I really like this. This is really nice. So yeah. Now there is another figure that I didn't get in this wave, and that's Mega Man without the helmet. I'm actually waiting for it to go on sale. And that's what I've been doing lately. Not that I'm cheap, but I just feel like, you know, when you, and this is the way I feel, it's just like you buy a figure, you pay. Now these were originally $34. But I didn't pay that much. I actually got them cheaper. There was a sale one day and they were 20. I think this guy was 20 and this one was 25. So I grabbed them right away. And that's just, I just feel like it's the feeling of like, when you see it on sale, you're like, ugh, why didn't I wait? And that's, sometimes I end up doing that. Of course, depending on what it is, obviously. If it's like a limited edition of Mondo or something like that, I'm not really too worried because, but, you know, you have to buy those when they go on order. That's differently. But with, you know, Street Fighter or G.I. Joe Classified or these, I rather get these on sale if I can. And that's what I've been doing, honestly. Like, I am not even playing around. All right. So anyway, so let's get these guys posed to get my final thoughts on Bubble Man and Woodman from Jada Toys. All right, here are my final thoughts on Bubble Man and Woodman from the Jada Toys Mega Man collection. All in all, these are really cool. I'm really glad and happy that we're getting these type of figures. I've never had Mega Man figures in the past, and I just love them ever since they came out with them. Now they're like, the distribution is a little slow, but for me, it's okay because I'm never in a hurry to get figures. I eventually get what I'm going to get, and that's it. So I'm not really too concerned. But, you know, I'm glad that they went back with Gutsman and Gutsman and Bomb Man to finish out the first wave. Now, let me think here. How many bosses were in the first one? It was 6, right? Yeah, I think it was 6. And then we got, is it Chameleon or Snake Man? Snake Man's coming, and I'm thinking he's Is he Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3? God, I don't remember. I don't know. I gotta look into it. But anyway, we got those coming soon. So we gotta see how far they go with the line. I mean, obviously, you know, Jada does finish their lines. Like I said, they're finishing the Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2, which is, I can say, more of them than I can say of Storm Collectibles. So that's really exciting. But anyway, yeah, so these are really cool figures. Like I said, you can still get them. I think they're worth it. I think they're fun. They're bigger than I thought. So I knew they were deluxe figures, but I did not realize that they were super huge, which makes it really cool, and I like that. But I gotta find room for them now. But I think they're just great figures all in all. I love them, and I'm looking forward to getting more figures. So what do you guys think? Do you guys have these in your line? Do you collect Mega Man? Did you ever play Mega Man? What was your hardest boss? And I know for me, I know the hardest boss it wasn't the boss, it was that mini boss, that guy with the one eye. And he would turn, and his pieces would go to each side, and you have to, oh my god, I hated that. So I would die before I would even get to. Like, they don't make video games as hard as like they used to. I remember kids don't know the struggle we went through when we played video games back in the day. They don't know what we went through, right? Because it was tough. But anyway, thanks for your likes and your comments, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. We are on the road to San Diego Comic-Con 2026. I can't believe I'm going again, but yeah, I'm gonna go. You know, hopefully I have a better experience than last year. But anyway, so let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until next time, we will see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.